how's it feeling out there in terms of, the feeling from advertisers? Are the calls getting shorter? Are the responses getting faster? Is there more excitement? I mean, are things feeling better now after, what everyone would agree is a pretty rough year last year? Or are we still, in the dark?
Well, I believe certainly they're better than they were last year. And I think we all feel that the economy is a little bit better. And also I think that we've come together with a lot more solutions. And I think we all feel better that there are solutions and that we can move towards those and build back up to where we were before.
Not to be too optimistic, but we're really seeing some lift. The metrics that you talk about, we're very focused on client count. We're seeing client growth for the first time in a number of years. Our print product on the local side, many of the strategies, Chris, I know you guys have a number as well. We're seeing a lot of traction there. So on the national perspective, a lot of those budgets are done year to year. We're optimistic there, but on the local side, it's a good picture for us.
Personally, I think it's a drastic mistake to start cutting advertising during a bad time. And if anything, I think it makes more sense to increase advertising just because of the fact that I think your market is a little bit more stretched than usual, and I think you have to be more competitive for the types of calls that we seek. So what I've done is I've made it a point not to touch anything in Yellow Pages, and I know a lot of friends of mine who advertise in Yellow Pages have cut or eliminated a lot of what they've done, and I personally think that's a mistake. And a year or two later, when they started doing that, when we started having the downturn about 2 years ago, and I know people that started cutting immediately, to talk to them 1 or 2 years later, they regret it.
ServiceMaster has company-owned locations as well as franchise-based locations. And with our company-owned locations, we have seen that while we've maintained and our call counts have actually increased due to attrition in the headings, and we've obviously benefited from that. And we've made a deliberate decision to maintain, keep the status quo, and not make any drastic cuts to our programs because we felt like we could benefit. Now on the franchise side, obviously we're dealing with those small business owners. A lot of them think that they need to be putting their money in internet and search and all of those areas, and they've called saying that they want to cut. So we've had to refocus the way we sell to them and make our recommendations so that we can at least try to get them to stay in the directory. They may have cut, but we're getting them to test and beginning to see that the books are delivering and they need to stay in those directories.